Greetings, young men. This is Principal Kafele. As you see, I'm outdoors today. I'm just checked into my hotel here in Indianapolis, Indiana, getting ready to speak to educators all day tomorrow. But before I do, and before I start preparing for it, I said I got to talk to the young men. So I got a message for you. And the message is related to the fact that we're just about at the start of a new school year. Here we are, it's August. Some of you have started. Others of you will be starting soon. And others will be starting sometime in the beginning of September. So I got a question for you in that regard. And the question is, how will this school year look different from last school year? Once again, how will this school year look different from last school year? Here's what I'm saying. I don't care if you were the highest achiever in the school. You were the highest achiever, you were an average achiever, or you were a low achiever. This school year has got to look different, because if you are a high achiever and you were getting it done, you still got to build on that. You can never get to a point where you've achieved at a high level or the highest level and then you don't grow. So even if you're one of the top performers in your school, you have still got to grow, because you've got competition that's coming right under you. And as you're preparing for your future, you got to make sure that you are at the very peak of your game, so that that future can be as bright as possible. So I'm asking the question, how will this school year look different from last school year? Let's say you were that average student. You know, you did just enough to get by. You got average grades, you got mediocre grades. They're not high grades, they're not the lowest grades, but they're okay. Well, okay, as I've said to you so many times in previous Message to Your Son videos, is just not good enough. You can't be okay and expect to achieve at the highest levels, or expect opportunities and possibilities to come your way at the highest level. So what will you do this year? How will this year look different from last year? See? So if you were average last year, you got to strive for above average. In fact, you got to strive to be at the top moving forward this year. Average got you by last year. Average may have gotten you by in previous years, but now it's time to take it to another level. So what will you do? How will this school year look different? What will you do differently this school year as opposed to last school year that got you to that average plateau? Well, let's say you were an underperformer. You weren't taking care of business. You weren't handling your business. You were just showing up. Or maybe you didn't show up enough. But when you got there, you just weren't doing anything. You were taking up space. Maybe that was you. I don't know. But I know I've met enough young men who went to school and just did not handle their business. Well, if that's you, I'm asking you the question, how will this year look different from last year? See, what is it that you're going to do differently now? Because you see that showing up and just taking up space, showing up and not making things happen, showing up and maybe being disruptive, your behavior is not where it should have been. That got you to where you are right now. And I'm sure you'll agree with me, if that's you, you're not in a good place. So now what will you do? I'm saying to you that whatever you did last year, that's last year. I'm not going to fault you for it. I'm not going to penalize you for it, because you got a whole fresh new beginning now. You got this year. So now this year it's got to be a different mindset, a different attitude, a different outlook that says that, yeah, I made mistakes last year. But this year, oh man, I'm getting ready to make it happen. I'm getting ready to take it to another level. I'm getting ready to prove my greatness. I'm getting ready to defy the odds. I'm getting ready to show anybody that doesn't believe in me, anybody that lost faith in me, anybody that lost hope in me, I'm getting ready to show them that I can work as hard as anybody else and accomplish extraordinary things in the classroom and with my life. So I'm asking you again, young people, young men, how will this year look different from last year? What will you do differently this year as opposed to last year? Let me say this to you before I close out. Whatever you do, whether it be your achievement, whether it be, and when I say achievement, a test, a quiz, a homework assignment, a classroom assignment, a project, your attendance, your punctuality, your behavior. I'm saying whatever it is that you do as it relates to being in that school and being in that classroom, attach it to a goal. So if it's a test, if it's a quiz, attach that to a goal that I'm going to achieve an A on this quiz. I'm going to achieve an A on this test. on this exam, on this assessment. Attach everything you do to a goal to give you a target to aim for. If it's a homework assignment, attach it to a goal that I'm going to have the highest grade possible that the teacher provides for homework. If it's attendance, I'm going to have perfect attendance. I'm going to be in school every day. I'm certainly going to be in school more days than last year if I didn't have perfect attendance last year. If it's punctuality, I'm going to be on time each and every day. I'm not going to be late. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be on time. If it's studying, I'm going to study whatever the required number of hours are per day. So if it requires 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever the case may be, you attach that to a goal. So you write your goals down. There's a previous message to your son where I talked about how to set goals, where I talked about how to write a plan of action. Put it on a sheet called a goal sheet and post that on your wall and refer to it every day to remind yourself of the goals that you've set, of the plans that you've written. So again, I'm saying write the goal, set the goal, write the plan of action, and live the plan. Walk in the plan every day. But as I'm closing out, I'm asking you the question, how will this year look different from last year? What will you do differently this year than you did last year? As a part of that, set goals, write goals, attach your goal to the wall, tape it to the wall, post it to the wall, and refer to it every single day so that everything you do in school has a target attached to it. Your achievement on tests and quizzes, your homework, your classwork, your studying, your attendance, your punctuality, and your behavior. Make sure that you've got a goal attached to everything you do so that you are not wandering aimlessly or blindly, but you've got a target that you are aiming for each and every day of the school year. So that by the end of the school year, young men, answering the question, how will this year look different from last year? You'll be able to say it's extraordinarily different because I achieved at the highest possible levels, while being in school every day and being on time each and every day. That'll be your answer. So enough said, it's time to get to work. Let's go. Let's get it done. Let's do it. Let's make it happen, young men. This is Principal Kafele at the start of a new school year. Thanks for listening. Peace.